Alright guys, welcome back. It is getting to that time of the year again, man. It is just about mid-April here, and the next reveal of the next Call of Duty game is definitely right around the corner. It always happens around this time every single year, and I would say sooner than later we're probably going to end up getting some leaks that end up being true, or, you know, in air quotes, leaks that end up being true. Usually the companies behind the game will end up leaking things on their own in order to generate some hype, and then shortly after comes the reveal trailer. You guys know the deal. So honestly, at this point, I would say we're probably like 1 week away, like probably 2 weeks away, absolute max, from an official trailer for what we think is going to be Modern Warfare 4. Everyone's excited about this. I think a lot of people are going to come out of the woodwork. A lot of the OG MW2 fans that left the series are probably going to come crawling back, because who wouldn't, right? I mean, if you were around in that era, you know the deal. Nothing even needs to be said about that. The Modern Warfare series is a powerful nostalgia tool, and that being said, I'm honestly quite concerned about the way that this thing is going to go. So if you guys have some of your own concerns, or maybe you're not concerned whatsoever, I don't know, let me know down in the comments below. And if you're new around here, don't be a bitch-ass motherfucker. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and let's talk about this, shall we? So honestly, at face value, the idea of cracking the Modern Warfare series back open after 8 years of it lying dormant and having its legacy preserved, it's a really scary idea to me. The reason being, nothing gold can stay, man. I mean, we've seen this with Black Ops 4 now. Black Ops 4 has basically put, you know, not a total, but somewhat of a tarnish on the Black Ops sub-franchise as a whole, and the same can easily go wrong with Modern Warfare 4. If I had to make one comparison to say how I actually feel, the Black Ops series is like The Walking Dead, right? Started off amazing, great. The first couple of iterations of it were absolutely fantastic, and then it just kind of went in this weird direction that got really tired. It was still somewhat good, but God, nowadays, it's just not what it used to be, man. Eventually, you'll just end up quitting altogether if it gets that bad, and a lot of people have. I feel like Black Ops 4 has driven a lot of people away shortly after its release. So what are my concerns? What could possibly go wrong? I mean, the first one is pretty obvious. I think a lot of people are afraid of this. I'm afraid the game's going to launch incomplete, and honestly, it's not only that I'm afraid of it, I'm almost 100% sure it's going to launch incomplete. Why do I think this? Because every single game launches incomplete now. Every game that comes out, man, you name me a time in the last 2-3 years where a game just came out and everybody was super happy with it. There were no complaints whatsoever. I could probably count on one hand the amount of times that has happened in recent memory. Like, honestly, I think it just literally might be God of War. God of War was the only game that came out that got, like, critical acclaim and nobody complained about it. Everybody just agreed it was fantastic. You look at some other games that have come out recently and everybody's always pissed off about everything. Anthem, Destiny 2, Sea of Thieves, Fallout 76, Black Ops 4, Battlefield 5, you name it. It's not just a Call of Duty issue anymore, man. It's just every game releases incomplete. And in this industry, it's all about first impressions. The game comes out, it's unpolished, it sucks, it's no good, it's lacking content. The response is gonna end up just being, this is trash, I'm gonna go back to playing Fortnite now. Honestly, fellas, let's not kid ourselves here. Modern Warfare 4 will not launch with leaderboards. It will not launch with combat records. It will not launch with staple Call of Duty game modes like gun game. It's going to launch bare bones. I am quite certain of that, and I would bet pretty much all my money on it if I were a betting man. You might say, bro, you're being negative, but honestly, I don't think I'm being negative or pessimistic. I just think I'm being realistic. This is how video games are now. The developers have the option to add content into the game after it releases, so therefore, why wouldn't they take advantage of that? Next on my list of things that should be concerning, microtransactions. And for this one, honestly, this one's not even very personal to me. I think if you guys have been watching this channel for a decent amount of time, you know I really don't give a fuck about microtransactions. Like when the reticles, the red dot sites were coming out in Black Ops 4, everybody was all up in arms about that stuff. And me, man, my response to that is just, hey, let the idiots buy it. You know, it's not affecting me. I'm not losing anything from it. However, that being said, I know that this is a touchy subject, to say the least, for most of the community here. So what are the chances they get it right? I mean, how many times have they gotten it right in all the games that have microtransactions? Not very many. It's old school COD nostalgia. They're gonna be out here finessing us, dude. It's that simple. Honestly, I think they'd be stupid not to. Next thing I want to talk about here is kind of related to microtransactions, and that is the season pass, the dreaded season pass. You know, it seems like every year for the past 3 or 4 years, everybody's been saying, oh, this is gonna be the year they're gonna do away with the season pass. They have to get rid of the season pass, right? Wrong. dude, I mean, wrong. Look at the Black Ops Pass. As long as people keep buying the shit, and I know a lot of people buy it, then they're going to keep doing it. If there is a demand, there will be a supply. It's that simple. I took the vow last year that I was not going to buy the Black Ops Pass, and I did not buy it. I'm done buying Call of Duty DLC. Unless the model changes in such a way that the player base will never be split up again, I am never buying Call of Duty DLC ever again. I think everybody agrees with this. I don't think anybody out there could possibly defend the Black Ops Pass at this point. I mean, the people that bought it they got ripped off, man. Everybody's pissed off about it. There's been hardly any content for Black Ops Pass owners, and it's not only maps. They don't even get any advantage. They don't get anything good in the black market. They don't get anything good in reserves. They got the shaft. They got played, and I think this will be the last time that many of them fall for that bullshit again. If you guys disagree, let me know down in the comments below. If you actually think that there is a value in the Black Ops Pass, then please let me know why, because this isn't even a challenge to a debate or anything. I'm honestly curious if anybody could possibly think of a reason in its defense. Now, next on the list, we've talked about this briefly on the channel before, but I do not want to see a Modern Warfare Battle Royale mode. I truly do not want to see that. I never thought I'd say this, man, but I really hope they put a campaign back in the game. I was never really a campaign guy, but just seeing how Blackout has really hurt the multiplayer of Call of Duty Black Ops 4, I don't ever want to see another BR mode come again. I think Blackout should be the main mode that stays for all Battle Royale and all Call of Duty games. Make it free to play, whatever, do whatever, but do not bog down a game as important as Modern Warfare 4 with some Battle Royale nonsense. I mean, it's just, it's a trend in gaming right now. That's what it is. Getting towards the end here, fellas, this one legitimately scares me. This one, if you've been following me for a long time, you know this one pisses me the motherfucking fuck off, man. I'm afraid this game is not going to be optimized and it's not going to run at 60 FPS. Call of Duty as a franchise isn't known for providing the best console gunplay that you could possibly have in a smooth, consistent 60 frames per second. That pristine reputation that all the developers had and they all contributed to holding up all came to a crashing, burning end with Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I mean, to this day, it's the middle of April now, the game runs like shit. It just runs so terribly on my Xbox. I heard it's a little bit better on the PlayStation, but man, it runs like garbage on my Xbox. Blackout is absolutely despicable the way that it runs. So what I'm afraid of is that I don't know if Black Ops 4 is just a one-off. Treyarch rushed through making it and therefore it's not optimized very well. I don't know anything about game development, but if that's not true, I'm just afraid of how annoyed I'm going to be playing Call of Duty for a second year in a row at suboptimal frame rates. Of all my problems with Black Ops 4, man, this one is easily the biggest. Forget weapon balancing, forget specialists and overpowered bullshit and cheesing your way through this or that. The game doesn't even have a solid foundation to stand on. It doesn't run right. No in-game issue or overpowered piece of equipment or anything could even compare to the level of problem that is, in my opinion. And last, fellas, my last concern about Modern Warfare 4 is that it might just suck. It could just end up being not a very good game. Honestly, think about it. Like, really think about it. What the hell are we going to do if this game sucks? This game has been being asked for since 2011, since Modern Warfare 3 came out. This has been the thing that everybody's been talking about, everybody's been hoping for. If it finally comes and it's bad, that's it. That's the end of the road at that point, right? I mean, what else is there to look forward to? What else is there to ask for? There's no more, you know, secret weapon. There's no more, just wait for Modern Warfare 4 and it's over for you bitches. That's it. YouTube channels will be completely flushed down the toilet, this one included probably. And the thing that's gonna separate MW4 from MW2 or Call of Duty Modern Warfare or Black Ops 2 or any other sequel game that came out back in the day is that people's attention spans are now shorter than they've ever been with video games. It's like I was saying earlier in the video, if a video game comes out, it's all about first impressions. Having a bad first impression is enough to lose some of your player base almost immediately and permanently. There are so many games out there to play, man. I can't even keep up with all the games that I actually want to play. If one of them is not cutting it, it's going to get cut from people's preference lists, like fast, really fast. You know, back in the day, back in 2011, like when MW3 dropped, people had patience. People would wait for the developers to do stuff. People would wait for the communications to come through. Now, if even one day goes by and there's no communication, like everybody starts bitching. And honestly, it might be rightfully so because we have the technology, we have the social media, we have all the capability to do so. So why wouldn't they talk to us? But we're in an age, man, where everybody just wants to consume more and more and more. It's never enough. Give me more content. I just got this content last week, but give me more now. That's what's happening with Fortnite, and that's why no other game, including Apex Legends, Legends could keep up with Fortnite and the speed at which they deploy updates. So fellas, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. Drop your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you have concerns about MW4? I've seen other YouTubers make videos about this, so I figured I'd add in my 2 cents. There is an incredible amount of pressure on Infinity Ward this year, and there's also a huge responsibility that comes along with it. This is sacred territory, man. This is like, it's like fucking with a spirit that can't be put back, you know? If you wake this thing up and it's not right, that's it. It's never going to be the same again. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, dudes. I look forward to reading them. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe for more amazing content like this. Follow me on Twitter, link is down below, and I'll see you dudes in the next video. Love you, bye.